Hi guys, it's me Ty coming from my home here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. And today I'm going to talk about, do Cambodian women lie? And the whole reason I'm bringing up this conversation is for those of you that have been following my channel, and I talked to you about my first Cambodian girlfriend over here, and how before her I met a girl at the grocery store that I really liked or whatever, but later on I found out when I asked her how many kids she had 2 or whatever, so I decided not to go through with that relationship because I dated a woman with kids a while back in the US, and it just wasn't for me. So after that, because I asked her out about a week after being here, because I was going to the grocery store from day one every day there, and after a week I finally worked up the guts to ask her out. So about 2 weeks into me moving here, I met my girlfriend, and we were just friends at the time because when I asked her how many kids she has, she said she had 2, and like I said, I couldn't see at that much time I couldn't see myself dating somebody with kids. I want to have my own. So went about another 2 weeks, then after a month here, I ended up actually starting to date her or whatever. And like on the second day, I was like, how many kids did you tell me you had? Because 2 weeks ago, when we first became friends, she said she'd had 2, and now here she said 3, and I was like, oh, maybe I got it mixed up in my head. But I was talking to one of the English teachers who's lived here for 9 years, one of the foreigners, and he said that his last Cambodian girlfriend of 3 years here, she said she only had 2 kids, and she was living with him for 3 years. They go back to the province or Siem Reap, wherever her parents are from, for the holidays and everything. And eventually, after about 3 years, he asked one of the brother-in-laws or whatever, he's like, little Tommy over there, that's at all these holidays here and everything, he's always looking at me all the time. What's his story? And the brother-in-law says, well, that's your girlfriend's youngest son. So this whole time she downright lied to him about it. And so now I'm kind of seeing a going trend or whatever, and I was visiting with that teacher's buddy over here. I met him, and they've been friends for like 35 years, and he was saying that he's like I've noticed that too, and he might have been joking on this one. He's like, they say they got 2 kids or whatever, and pretty soon it turns into 5 kids that they've got. You find out later on after you do your research. And I definitely think you want to do your research. You gotta vet these women. I mean, because you could get yourself in a whole hell of a lot of trouble. And I mean, if you do get one of them pregnant or whatever, all of a sudden you're gonna have baby daddy drama, dealing with multiple fathers and all this. And then at that point you're already screwed, because you're stuck in the situation because you have ties to this woman for the rest of your life since you have a kid together. So because back in the US, one of my buddies there, he ended up marrying a woman that had 6 kids with 4 different baby daddies. And after about 6 months of marriage, she actually left him. And it's not that he did anything wrong. What she told him is that she was making more money off the government and child support and all that kind of stuff by not having a man in the house. So that's how that one ended. And then actually last summer it made the news. I was watching it, and what happened is this woman, she was in the bedroom having sex with some guy or whatever, and her kid or the kids were out in the living room. Well, her boyfriend came home, and the news, how they said it is her boyfriend, and then they correct themselves, I mean ex-boyfriend. So all of a sudden, right away, you're starting to think, which side of the story are we going to believe here? Well, what happened is the boyfriend walked into the bedroom. He catches girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, whatever she was, whoever was telling the truth, we don't know, in there. And he calmly walks back out to his car, grabs his gun, comes in the bedroom and shoots the man in the head. And then he runs off, runs how many blocks out in the woods. They did a freaking manhunt. They finally caught him by the end of the day. And the man that was having sex with the woman or whatever, they said he was expected to live, because I mean, this was the first day of the news. I never heard the follow-up story on it or not. And all over in the comments, women were saying, oh, that she's not his property and all that. And all I was thinking at that point was, things get a lot more freaking complicated when there's children involved. When you have a child together, emotions get a lot higher and crimes of passions happen. So either she was cheating on baby daddy or whatever, or something on that order. I'm thinking that they were still together, honestly. And like I said, I mean, if they didn't have kids together, you know, most guys would think, you know, she belongs to the streets, leave her to the streets, you know. But once you have a baby together, that can just raise emotions sky freaking high, and then shit like that happens. So, and that's in a developing country that this happened, in the USA, or in a developed country. And here you come over here to Asia and all these other countries where everybody has absolutely nothing to lose. So if they lose face because you did something like this to them or whatever, there are going to be repercussions. So all that I'm getting to on this is, like I said, before you start having a kid with somebody or whatever, you're definitely going to want to do your research. You know, just don't take her word for granted. Do a little bit of asking around with her family, you know, casually and stuff like that, to make sure you know the whole story behind her. You know, does she have any children? How many children does she really have? You know, if she says there's 2, like I said, lately we've been finding out that most of these women have 3 and they lie about that one. How many other children are they lying about? And how many other baby daddies are they lying about? And if she's just working here in Phnom Penh and baby daddy is back in Siem Reap with grandma and grandpa helping to take care of the kid, and he finds out about you, what's gonna happen? So, all right, just something to think about. All right, if you guys like this content, like, share, and subscribe. And I'm just gonna keep kicking them out here from Phnom Penh, Cambodia. All right, take care.